This is Tommy Angelo, and he's about to admit to doing all types of felonious activities, so sit down and grab some G Fuel because shit's about to get crazy. Speaking of G Fuel, code solo, make it happen. So we go back to the good old 1930s, and Tommy's just standing around doing nothing, and then Paulie and Sam run up on him. They tell him to get the hell out of here. Turns out they were at a party, they started getting a little cocky and started asking where the hoes were at, and then when the hoes actually pulled up, they got scared and ran. Trust me, I've been in this situation before. I know how scary it is. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. We drop off Paulie and Sam at Salieri's bar, and then, after successfully harassing old women around the neighborhood, Tommy gets jumped.
Fight back! Fight back!
We run to the bar for backup, and Paulie walks out with a fucking shotgun. That's not even the crazy part, though. Do you see the way he cocks that thing? Reminds me of my ex, the way he's gripping it. The Don wants to give us some money for our trouble, but Tommy, being the menace that he is, says, screw the money, I want revenge. So we smash up the rival Don's bar, and just like that, we're in the Mafia now. Tommy has to do some serious shit if he wants to prove himself as a Mafia man, and harassing old ladies just isn't cutting it anymore. Seriously, this bitch is lucky she works for the Don, otherwise I would've shot her. I was about to too, but the money comes first. Sam gets kidnapped, and this is the perfect chance for Tommy to prove himself, by massacring an entire building with nothing but a knife. This bozo really thought bullets would work against us. Tommy eats those for breakfast. Tommy was such a monster, he scares this dude into running away. Well, he tried to anyways, because Tommy catches him and decides 6 shots to the face isn't enough. This fucker needs to burn. Wait, what? Mission failed? Fuck. And Tommy just got a little excited. It's okay, it happens. So this time around, he just casually strolls up to the car while holding the driver's dead homie on his shoulder like a goddamn backpack. We see what the rival Don is up to, and Joey Crackers could have ended the story right here. He could have beat this Colonel Sanders looking motherfucker to death. Morello had no backup. One quick chokehold and he would have been done for. But instead, Joey gets piped. The Don asks us to steal a car, so Tommy just walks off mid-conversation, smacks the waitress on the ass for good luck, and heads out like the menace that he is. And this guy tries telling Tommy to take it back in one piece, but Tommy doesn't believe in rules, so he swerves through the streets of Lost Heaven, resulting in some light frame damage. That smoke coming from the engine is a good thing, right? That just means everything's working? Anyways, we should have listened to the Don earlier because now we got a race. But this is Tommy we're talking about, so that's light work for him. Paulie gets drunk, and when we try taking him home, something strange happens. We end up at the strip club instead. And we can't just leave, that's rude. You had to at least go inside and get a few dances first. It's common courtesy. We have a talk with the cook Luigi, who gives us permission to pipe his daughter. But right as we're about to hit, these random dudes cock block us, so we pipe them instead. We finally get up into the apartment, only to get blue-balled. The next day we find the guys we piped, so we could go for another round, but one thing led to another, and they mysteriously ended up in a totaled car with 2 shots to the head. Crazy, I know. What's even crazier is that one of them managed to make it out. So before we could take care of him, we shoot up a whorehouse. Fuck that hooker, Tommy doesn't believe in witnesses. Tommy takes a wrong turn and walks into this. How do you even get yourself into this situation? Ass naked in clown makeup. We give him a little show before mercifully putting him out of his misery. We crash a funeral so we could take care of this guy. Tommy isn't just satisfied with that though, so he trashes the other guy's memorial, then heads out. What, you really thought he'd leave without going for round 3? Tommy and the boys smuggle moonshine or something. I don't know, we shoot comps and look badass while doing it, that's all that matters here. The Don's second in command, Frank, betrays him, so Tommy gets sent to kill him. But Frank is a Naruto fan, so he just talk no jutsus his way out of death. We go out on a date with the Don, but the restaurant gets shot up by Morello's men. This wasn't even close to being a fair fight, so we get vivid on them, for the Don. This attack means all-out war. For the rest of the family, not us. We dress up in a sailor's costume and screw around on a yacht for a bit. We go after Morello's brother and the tables turn on us, because this time around Tommy gets piped. But he's a menace, so he just walks that off and blows up Morello's brother. And soon after that we get Morello. And just to make sure we got him, we dump 50 bullets into his corpse just as a precaution, you know. Tommy doesn't take chances. Tommy goes out for a little walk and this hobo starts shit-talking him. So he teaches the man some manners, and now that we run the city, no one can stop us, and Tommy clears the rest of the prison while carrying around the body of this homeless lady as a scare tactic. He doesn't stop there though, he snaps a politician for the hell of it, because he's just that much of a menace. And he keeps going. He picks up Paulie and they go rob this bank. One of the accountants tries running, but he blows her back out instead. I wanted to let her live, but Tommy had other ideas. I didn't know I was going to get ambushed here. I just walked down here and started blasting. But we successfully robbed the bank, and the next day we go to Paulie's apartment to get our money. Last night he drank himself into a deep depression and he ended it. Turns out Sam is the one who talked Paulie into offing himself. So we get vivid on him and rat on the family. This is where Tommy's plot armor runs out, and he goes to prison. But since he took the plea deal, he gets let out and lives the rest of his days as a happy family man, until he meets the protagonist of the next game who blows his back out.